Um, this is gonna be just a little Runway 00 tutorial. Well, Carl already has a tutorial out, so I'm just gonna add to it what I learned, and then people can get 35s for the league. This is a video of like the last 5 minutes before I got 35, so it has a few runs in here and they're all good. I'm gonna assume you already saw Carl's tutorial and you already know, or at least you have an idea where to start priming nades and all that stuff. So, and of course that um, I use 2.2 just to make 35 pace easy. It's still easy, but it's 1.2 is just what's the point now? You're in the 2.2 era, so 2.2 runway. Let me turn on the music because it's really loud. There you go, blow the first guy, get the drone, get that boost, and then Carl says, he says to start priming right around here at the top of the hill. And then he points to like a dark spot on the wall there as you come up. There's like a dark area and then a light area he points at. I don't do any of that. So imagine my mouse is the dot. That's where I'm aiming at. This area right here with the dots. There's like a line of dots here. White little splotches. That's where I put my dot. That's where I put my center. I line it up and then I throw the nade while I'm looking at that angle, and it hits it pretty much every time. Here I got boosted, so the nade came out early. I just kept going for some reason. So you get an idea. I'm doing, this is basically Carl's tutorial. This is the old strat. Alright, the key component for the turns, I tried to find visual cues because, I'm just trying to find a solution to this. And what I use is the nade. The nade here in the bottom right. I use that as my visual cue because there's no way to line up a dot to the blue sky. So I line up the nade to things on the periphery, on the mountains, on the face of the mountains. I line it up with things. So like this first turn, it's way off, but I'm lining it up with these mountains back here. This throw I'm lining up with, spots here, black areas here on the side. This last turn I'm lining up with this white area here. So that's the general idea. Actually, on this one, this nade probably lands really close. Alright, let's fast forward, do another run. That's what I'm doing, lining up those throws. I think Carl just says, oh, look up and throw and you'll get used to it and you'll figure it out. Well, fuck that. Here's, again, same idea. You prime here. And the thing about Runway is you can time this first throw to the beat, just like you could do all of them. Nades blow up in 10 beats. So you start priming and start counting along with the beat of the track, the runway track. It's about 128 beats per minute, or 125, I think. So I count from the moment I start priming. I count 6 beats. Throw on the 7th. 2, 3, 4, 7. So throw again, lining up with the white dots. Throw and turn. I turn when I hear the throwing sound, if that gives you an idea of timing. I throw and then I turn as the sound effect is coming on. So like that. And this is just kind of muscle memory. You turn, pay attention to where the nade lines up in the background. Right here. There's a gap in the mountains, if you can see it. Like a little area here where there's no mountains. You can see through the sky in between the two mountains. That's where I put the nade, somewhere in that general area. And same thing with Carl. I just wait till the drone disappears and then turn. And then I want to hit this, this white area here. And then there's black. So I put the nade right there on the black. It's kind of high. You want to go pretty high up. This mountain line kind of helps too if it's at a 45-degree angle. The amount of terrain you see here kind of helps too. This throw is this is gonna be tough. This throw is tough. There's no, it's a lot of things that go that have to go right for you to hit this. So you're not gonna hit this all the time. But that's the general location. Obviously, this throw you have to get boosted for it to make it. So let me go back a sec here. Again, white dots, throw and turn, line it up with the background. Right around here, when I hear this just about to blow up, I start priming. So it's like he says turn, throw, prime. Well, it's kind of like that, turn, throw, prime. Just say the words, turn, throw, turn, prime, right around there. Turn again, you're still holding Z, and then, you get boosted. And then turn as soon as you get hit. And hopefully you get a boost pretty quickly here. Here I got it. So then you can hold Z and start priming the last throw. And this is where you want this to blow up. You want to get boosted early enough so you can start priming it early so you can get a 35. Otherwise you have to wait an extra second, and that's why it's 36. So you get the early boost, and then just pay attention to where the nade is in the background. There's a white splotchy area here. Just line it up somewhere around there. Not too high, not too low. Somewhere around there should be good. It also so happens to be that if you line up that spot with that mountain, it's the perfect line of the plane. You get hit, and it blows up. So this one, like, just missed it. So let's see the next run. I mean, this is my last session when I was feeling it. So there's another one. So again, so prime at the top. Boom. Throw on 7. Turn. Prime. I'm a little off there, you see. So it's that general area. You definitely want to go into the area where the drill wants to hit you, and then you want to wait. I think this is the run where the first throw is too low. I think the dot is too low, so you don't see the nade blow up. So it's I'm a little off on my line here. I get hit here, and then this boost comes in kind of late. See how I'm still waiting? I'm still waiting. There we go. So this is late. But you can make it look cool if you can get a 36 if instead of the closer you get to the battery, you have to throw it a little higher. So you just slightly move the nade up, and up, just to this area, just like this, and then you get hit, and then you nail it. It lands right on the battery. So that's the 36 because it's a late boost, but the nade is gonna hit every single time if you line it up with that spot. But it's not, it's not a 35. Right. I think this is it. This is the whole record run. I mean, this is gonna be Runway 004. You're just hoping you get a B completion. I got my boost. Prime. Start counting the beats. I get around 6. So I'm feeling good. 7th, I let go. Turn. Prime. It starts blowing up. It's going off screen. Here's the nade. You see the little spot here, the location I was pointing at earlier. So I'm just to the right of it. So I guess it works. So somewhere around there. If you're on it or if you're next to it, it should still be good. You wait till it disappears. Turn, and then here I stop too late. I stop too early, so I'm not there yet. I do an adjustment, I nail it, and then I get boosted. So it's just dumb luck sometimes. here I get the early boost, and here we go. This is where I line up. Again, I'm staying low because I got hit early. Uh, it's coming up a little bit. See how that lasts. I'm below this upper white area, which was where it was earlier for 36. Now for 35, you want to be below it if you get the early boost, and then boom, you let it fly. You want to wait. B comes up, and then you just kind of time this. You want to hit B. You want to hit B as it blows up. You can use the music for that, or you can just get a feel for it once you do it enough times. And then this 35, the battery blows up. I think like 2 frames before the end. So I got it to blow up 2 frames before it ended, and I still had that frame left over to save the time. Otherwise, it would have been a TNS. You can hear it blowing up right at the end too. So that's my setup for those throws. You can watch a bunch of videos about it. Here's my 36. So this is my 30. This was my first completion ever on double O with this strap. So I'm lining up with the dots. That's kind of crazy there. That might have been a little too high, but it still blows up. Still blows up right in front of it. And the trick too is that you don't want it to blow up too soon. You want it to blow up like after a second, because you want to get boosted by that drone. So, boom, boost. Here, you can't even see the mountains, so I'm not even using them here. I don't know. But you can kind of tell also, just by the way the drone looks, that kind of tells you you're the right line. And then here is, again, the boost came a little late. I still kept the nade, below the area. Here, you can kind of see where it is. So I'm at the plane now. I'm waiting, and I didn't hit B. I waited too long. That could have been a 35, but it was a 36. So it's a 36. All right. Let's see. I got maybe it's in here. I got Cliff Hampton's 35. I mean, I'm sure he knew something about lining this up, but he's doing it full screen, so it's, the visual cues are a little different. It's also a little different because I think he probably primes this the same, but he throws way higher. That's the reason why right there. See how he started priming? So he's trying to give that nade time to come back down after priming. So he's throwing it super early, but because he's throwing it way higher, it's going to come down and hit at the right time. And then, if you can imagine that nade here being up here, he's lining that up in, similar way as I am. So in terms of vertical line you draw from the nade to the mountains, he's pretty much at the same, going in the same line I was going. This turn, it makes it tougher if you're looking down, because then you have to, do a diagonal adjustment, whereas if you're already looking up, you just have to turn and then we'll do a quick adjustment. But again, it's the same general area. It's there's a white and then there's a black area. So here he's kind of like more towards the white. You know, somehow it gets there. You just want it to hit. So if you put it there somewhere, it'll hit. And then you'll see the nade. There's the white triangle patch. There's the lower big white patch. You know, it's that area. Somewhere around there. Yeah, he doesn't even look at it. But he knows the timing, so that's 35. I mean, that's all it takes. 2.2 took me about 30 hours, so it's pretty straightforward. If you already done it, then you know once you see those visual cues, you'll get it in no time. You know, I told that to the boss and he got it like the next day. So, anyways, that's it for the tutorial.